Raidernation, what's up? It's your boy MC Raider, and today we do have a special guest. And before we get to that right now, just want to give a shout out to Woodson Bourbon Whiskey. This podcast is sponsored by Woodson Whiskey, and also my brother, sponsored by Woodson Whiskey. And it's an honor for me to have him. Before he presents himself, guys, let me tell you, this is one person I've been following for a long ass time, man. And this is actually one of the dudes that inspired me to jump into this podcast and YouTube, and now everything I've been doing. So, ladies and gentlemen, with further notice, we got TJ Leota, also known as Samoan Raider. What's up, brother?
Man, what's good, man? I appreciate the kind words, man. But it's great seeing like guys like you coming along and doing the thing. And I started watching your stuff as well, man. Just as well as my guy All In last year. It's great seeing a lot of these vlogs, outside of just doing my own, But I appreciate you letting me come on, talk some football, and also shout out to Woodson Whiskey as well, man. Congrats on that too, man.
Yeah, for sure, man. Hey, I appreciate you, man. Thank you. As a matter of fact, I was just talking to my family about you because I'm fairly new to the game, man. Out of nowhere, like overnight, some of my things started going viral and people started to know about MC Raider and stuff. But like, you are it's a special week for me actually because it's you. And the Black and Silver Way is gonna be with me also this week, man. Remember yeah, man. So
hey, that's it's funny that you say that because Dylan and Mikey Raider. I don't know if you remember him, but those are the two YouTubers that I looked up when I first started. They were the reason why I started. So back in the day, so that's crazy. I gotta talk to Dylan one of these days.
But, Dylan been doing his own thing, but like I said, I was just talking to my wife, and I was like, you know what, Samoan Raider and the Black and Silver Way, because I remember I took my kids to their first game, in Oakland, October 27, 2013. I was out there against the Steelers when Pryor hit that. You remember that game?
The greatest performance 5 quarters. I thought he was gonna be our Lamar Jackson. It just didn't happen.
Yeah, so I was out there, man. But look, man, I'm excited to especially those that are starting up in the game. I know I have some. There's some young kids too, man, that are following up this whole thing. They're starting on YouTube, and they're like, "Oh, MC Raider inspired me," and like, what? Like, it's kind of cool to hear that. But like I said, like honestly, you inspired me, and look, I was just reading your stuff, guys. This dude right here, you probably don't know because he probably hasn't checked it, but you have 9,776,915 views in total on your YouTube channel, bro.
It's probably because I've been on so long. That's probably why.
Yeah, but look, you started game May 14 of 2014 on YouTube.
Yeah, I still remember man.
So you've been grinding, man, and I know it's a grind. Those that want to jump into it, and believe me, man, it takes a lot of time, but if you do something that you love, it's awesome. But I want to start off by talking about Oakland, man, your Oakland days, your Oakland experience. I've been talking to a lot of people, and I like to see their whole vibe. I know we can't compare Vegas to Oakland, but just what do you remember about Oakland? How you became a Raider fan, and then what make you continue with this whole YouTube thing?
Yeah. Okay. So first things first, a lot of people get surprised because I've never been to Oakland. I've never been to an Oakland game. And everyone was always like, "Man, you never been out there?" Like, nah, I was a kid still. I was still in high school when they were in Oakland, so I couldn't really afford going there. My parents weren't gonna take me out there just to go out there. But I was able to go to the San Diego games though, because they were closer to home. I was obviously in Long Beach. But yeah, growing up as a Raider fan, I tell the story all the time, and I almost became a Broncos fan because I didn't really watch football growing up. And then I started watching football after like NFL 2K4 came out, because the football game. And I was like, okay, let me see who's pretty good. And then the first team I watched was the Denver Broncos. And the first play I seen was a touchdown. It was like a 60-yard touchdown. I was like, oh, dang, that's a dope-ass team right there. I mean, I might be rooting for them. And then the next week, I seen some team come out in silver and black, and I was like, yo, who the fuck are they? So I was like, that's my team. Just off of the uniforms alone and the colors, because I thought it was pretty badass. Little did I know that I was going to go through some struggling years. I was going to struggle being a Raider fan. And then, but, I've been a fan ever since, having my hopes up and getting it shot down. And then, like you said before, man, Black and Silver Way, Raider Central. Those are the two main channels I used to watch back in the days when I was at work on my lunch break and stuff like that. And then in 2014, I got into editing and stuff like that. So I was like, I could probably do it. Let me try it out, and I did it, and just been on. I've been on and off a lot on YouTube since then. I didn't really take it seriously till 2019. Well, the funny thing is, the first year I started was the year Derek Carr was here. So every year I was on YouTube, I was like, I've been here since Derek Carr. But I didn't really take YouTube seriously till 2019, and then I made it a job in 2020, like a full-time job in 2020 after the whole pandemic and everything. And then I made my move out here to Las Vegas and just try to make more connections out here, and obviously just started the podcast. So yeah, 10 years later, I'm still 9 years, 10 years later, whatever.
On the grind.
Yeah, I'm still doing it, man, and it's great seeing a lot of people doing it as well. So it's a lot more content creators now than it was when I first started, for sure.
Yeah. So like it's funny you say that because tell you the truth, I felt like you were in Oakland half of the time. Something when I was seeing your videos, it was just goes to show how good when you were showing like tailgates in San Diego and all that stuff or things like that.
Yeah.
But I've been following the whole time and yeah, like you said, there's a lot of YouTubers coming out there, but you've been on the grind for a minute, man, and consistency and that's great, man. So now you have the experience that you witness out here. Obviously, tell me what you think about Las Vegas right now, man. I know one of the things that I was complaining for a long time. There's not a lot of fans, man, in Vegas, and every single game it's been like. It's always more than the Raider fans, and that's a reality, man. And what you take on that?
Like you said, man, it's a reality out here. We already kind of knew that was going to happen coming out here, especially because Vegas is like a vacation destination. I've been saying this since day one. Like, I understand why other fans are going to want to come out here because, I mean, if I was a Raider fan and we were playing the Raiders in Vegas, I'd circle that on the calendar any day. I'd rather go there than Kansas City because there's so much to do out here in Vegas. And when the Raiders aren't doing good, you're going to expect a lot of other fans to come, especially with how expensive it is out here in Vegas. Raider fans are not going to spend too much money to go to the games. Only I guess people like me or you like that just want to go get content and just vibe with Raidernation. But the regular Oakland fans are not going to all want to travel all the time out here, unless they're winning. And when we were winning in 2021, that Chargers game, that last game of the season where we went into the playoffs, there was a lot riding off that game, and we were winning a couple games. And that game almost felt like Oakland, where it was blacked out. Like we were. Like the Raider Nation showed out because we had something to fight for. Outside of that, if we're going to continue to lose like we were last year, we're going to expect a lot of fans out there. And a lot of people say, that would never happen in Oakland. Understandable, but Oakland, there was nothing else to do but go to a Raider game, outside of going to Ricky's Sports Bar or whatever. Like outside of that, there's nothing to do outside of Oakland, man. Over here, you got a lot of events. You've seen it, man. Woodson throwing events out here. There's parties going on there. Even Niner fans had a whole party out here in Vegas when they played us New Year's Day. So, I was happy with the move to Vegas because it made it closer to me because I was in SoCal. But yeah, at first I wanted them to come to LA when I was in LA, but then I'm kind of happy that they chose Vegas because I think it's just different, and it's just gonna take the Raiders to start winning. You know what I mean? To fans to buy in because only us Raider fans are buying in. The Vegas fans, they don't really know what to think about the Raiders. I mean, you see the Golden Knights, you see the Aces doing their thing, and they got a lot of support because they're winning. So, I mean, the next step is for the Raiders to start winning. I know we haven't really won much since forever, but I think that's just the reality of it.
Yeah, and I was just going to touch on that subject because the Vegas fans, the residents from Vegas, they support the Knights and the WNBA team because they've won, they're winning, they've been in the playoffs, and they're rooting for that city.
They're a homegrown team too.
Yeah, definitely. But man, I think this is the year, man. But we'll touch more on that. But I was going to talk about just the transition from Oakland to Vegas. I was going to tell you the the tailgating experience. I was there. I was there a few times, but this last time I was there was my first time actually going to J Lot. Is
Oh,
that how it is? Yeah, it was, bro.
oh
I,
shit.
I've been to games in Vegas before this whole MC Raider shit,
Yeah.
and I was, I'll go with my wife or my kids, and we'll go to the games. But it was always just like, especially how they were opening the stadium really early in Las
Yeah.
Vegas. We would just go to the inside and. But this time was my first time experiencing it, and bro, I don't know, man. Is that it's always like that? It's only that little
Bro,
strip.
that's nothing compared to the regular season. But that
Oh,
was good. That was good enough for a preseason game because last year preseason tailgates weren't even that packed. It was like that row was barely filled up. But I feel like because we were playing the Niners, we had a good amount of people there. But during the season, it's way more packed than that.
oh, so that
Uh,
whole lot gets filled.
yeah, most of the lot gets filled. At least those you know that first row that you see.
Right.
You know, it's probably like three of those rows, and then it goes sideways. That's where the black hole in them were at on the other side. So it's gonna be much packed when the season actually starts. But it was a good showing over there for the Niner weekend, though. I would say, like
Yeah.
me and Oos Fitz was saying that too. Like, oh shit, because last year I wasn't going to any of the tailgates during preseason. I only started going during the season. But
Okay.
from what I seen, it wasn't like because we played the Patriots and then we played forgot who else, but you know that.
But that Charger game where the Raiders made the playoffs with Derek Carr and
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
what's it, Bisaccia, bro? You could tell that stadium was black out,
Bruh.
man. That was what's
That that
happening.
that's still my favorite experience ever. Like that I've experienced like being there, cuz like I said, everything was riding on that game. The tailgate was crazy. Everybody was here. The blackout party that we had the night before at Tropicana was crazy. And then going into the game, me and Fitz were able to go to the black hole. Well, black hole, up in the first row. And man, just the divides, and it felt like we won the Super Bowl, dog.
Yeah.
Bro, the way we won, but it was crazy because we were stressing that game, like it stressing all over that. It's the Raider way to win. They can't let us just relax and say, "Oh,
Yeah, and the Chargers keep going for every single fourth down,
fourth
man.
down, bro."
Yeah,
And
it
I
was
was like, "Fuck, bro, there ain't." I mean, we could have won if we both tied, but it just felt good to to whoop them in our stadium, especially after what happened earlier that season. But
so what was your let's see what's your take on, like, so that we make the playoffs that season, we
yeah,
win what 5 to 6 games in a row. Thank God for Carlson, because
real
he was
decent.
ma- he was making he was making a lot of those field goals at the end of the
Yeah, yeah.
game. But I feel like he doesn't get that much credit. We don't even think about him when he
Oh,
wins the game. But man, this guy, I think without him, we would have not made that playoff run either. Because
oh no, no,
you
no.
know, but everyone expected the Raiders last year to be a playoff team because we're coming off a playoff team the year before that. What was your expectation from last year, man? Besides everything, getting Devontae Adams and there's always been a lot of ups and downs regarding the coach and all that stuff. What's your take on last year and the whole transition to this year?
I think last year was like one of the biggest letdowns for me because I bought into the hype. I really thought we were going to the playoff. I mean, the Super Bowl. We went to the playoffs with a team that was barely able to keep it together. You know what I mean? And then we go out get Devontae Adams. I mean, before this, I wasn't really sold on Derek. I was kind of like over with the Derek Carr thing. But then when we went out and got Devontae Adams and then Chandler Jones, I thought, yo, I think we got enough pieces here to go to the Super Bowl. And game after game and all those blown leads that we had really like. I mean, it really like it was like a real big letdown for me to watch. But I like you say, my expectations were really high going into that season. But when you take a step back and look at that season, man, it could have easily been in like a 9+ win team. We could have easily had more than 9 wins. It just sucks. It just sucks the way that we lost those games because other than I would say the Saints game, we were in almost every single game last year. So I guess that's
Mhm.
kind of like a positive I could take out of it, but I would say it was a big letdown last year for me.
Yeah,
Only because I expected the most.
yeah, no, I feel the same way, and I I've said it in other episodes where it was the Saints and that Chiefs game at
Oh yeah,
that
the
we
last
had. We
we
had
were
no.
already the ring
Yeah,
around.
we were done. But other than that, we could have easily won all the other games. We
Oh,
lost in the fourth quarter. A lot of blame went on Derek Carr. A lot of blame went to Josh McDaniels, but the defense had a lot to do with it too. And I really hope the when we come out of halftime, the adjustments, man, because it seems like we ball out the first half and we come out the second half not giving a shit. but
The only reason
um,
why the only reason why I don't get on the defense as much because our defense, like you said, they weren't good. They were not a good defense. The defense the year before it with Gus Bradley was better, but I feel like with what we had, we didn't spend too much on the defensive side last year. I feel like our defense did enough to give our offense a chance to win. There was a lot of times where the ball was in our offense's hands and we just couldn't do it. Whether it was, Derek Carr, Josh McDaniels, I feel like we still could have won a lot of those games if we were able to drive down the field and win. That Chiefs game we lost earlier, we were up 17-0 or something at one point.
mhm.
And our defense that's probably the best they could have ever done. But then in the second half, we were going 3-and-out, 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 and I can't really expect
Yeah.
us to stay out there and be good. If you put that sorry defense out there long enough, they're gonna get exposed. So
Yeah,
you
and
know,
then we went for a 2 point conversion on that game. Remember?
oh, we did. Man, that call it's tough because he had some balls to throw. It kind of reminds me of what Jack Del Rio did. Because that when he went for the two against
Yeah,
the Saints,
yeah.
like if that didn't work out, then we would have all been on his ass. But
Hmm.
it worked out. So for me, I was like, I know what Josh and I was trying to do. They wanted to get the lead and not worry about our defense, but it just didn't work out for us. But I mean,
Yeah. Well, look, it is what it is. We finally we're done with the whole card situation, Darren Waller situation. We're done with finally Josh Jacobs in the building,
yeah,
and
Josh, hell
it
yeah.
seems like everything's already put in place to move forward. So now, what is your expectation? I just tell you mine. I have a big bet, what not money bet, but with a bunch of knuckleheads on TikTok,
Oh shit.
from the Cowboy fan,
Okay.
Eagles fan, Chiefs fan, a Rams fan,
Damn.
and oh yeah. So I said that Raiders are going to win 9 games or more,
I could
and
see that.
if we don't win 9 games, I'm going to wear a jersey of all their teams
Oh,
and each week put that on my profile picture, bro. And I'm
dang.
gonna, yeah, I know. But if we win 9 games, they're all gonna wear Raider jerseys, and I can't wait for that. But so my expectation is 9 games plus. What's your expectation for this season?
Uh, me and Us did a prediction. Mine was 10. I think 10 wins should be doable, especially now with Josh Jacobs. That was 10 without Josh Jacobs, but especially with Josh Jacobs back, I think it should make Jimmy's life much easier. And I know it all depends on Jimmy's health. I mean, I feel like we should be okay with Aiden, but I still wouldn't want to put Aiden out there during the regular season. But if Jimmy's good to go, if everything's clicking, I think we should win at least 10 games. So that's just me. I'm not expecting Super Bowl this year. I just want to get into the playoffs at least.
Fuck that. I'm expecting Super Bowl, bro.
Oh yeah, we need it. Oh yeah, especially now in Vegas. I forgot that we're in Vegas.
Yeah, hey, yeah, let's make the playoffs first. But man, I'm telling you what, we have no man. There's no excuses why not, man. Our offense is stacked. This is 2 years now with the same coach. They have chemistry. Our defense is looking good, bro. And I think this is the year we're gonna win games that we're supposed to lose, bro.
Oh yeah,
Buffalo Bills,
yeah.
you know.
Yeah. Oh, you said when games we're supposed to lose.
The games that we're supposed to lose, we're gonna win, bro. You'll see.
Yeah, and I feel like, well, it's for me, it's always been the games we're supposed to win, we lose, but hopefully we win those ones as well, man. But I think we could edge that one out against the Bills, man. That's gonna be a surprise. I
Bro,
think.
you ask anyone, I've asked at least 100 people, bro. How are we going to start the season before we start our opener in Las Vegas? Oh, we're going to beat the Broncos and we're going to lose to the Bills. That's
Yeah,
the
yeah,
mentality, bro. That's the
it is.
mentality of everyone.
That is.
Fuck that.
Yeah, because that's the same with me. I had the Raiders going 3-0 to start the season. It's doable, man. Because I was like, we could take the Broncos easy. We got Josh Jacobs here. Then Bills is going to be a tough one, especially on
Bills,
paper. It's a
Bill,
tough one. And then
Bills play. Sorry about that. Bills played the New York Jets the first game, huh?
I don't even know. I don't know who they play first, but I mean that'd be crazy.
I think so, bro. And I think everyone's thinking Aaron Rodgers to win that game, and they're gonna lose that game.
That'd be
Why?
crazy, man. Aaron Rodgers over there with the Jets could be scary. We played them this year too.
No, I know, but I think yeah, it's Bills Jets Monday Night Football,
Yeah.
September 11
Honestly,
at at New York.
yeah, that one's gonna be crazy. For me, as long as we beat the Broncos in the home opener with the Steelers, I'm happy. But if we beat the Bills too, that's a 3-0 start right there, which is it's a lot to ask for from this team, but it's doable, you know.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm saying here in front of Samoan Raider, if the Bills lose to the Jets that Monday Night Football, wait, if the Bills beat the Jets, we're smacking that ass in Buffalo, baby.
Buffalo too. It's not gonna be cold out there too.
Yeah. So hey, look, so we got Josh Jacobs back in the building. Um, Jimmy Garoppolo. We everything we talk about him is about not when, not if he's getting hurt, is when. That's pretty much the thing that everyone has in their mind. What
Never,
was
never get hurt. That's what
what was your what was your how'd you feel that day when the news broke, and how you feel now?
Man, I ain't gonna lie. I was actually excited when we got Jimmy G. I've been trolling a lot of people though. Like before the season ended last year, we knew that Derek Carr wasn't gonna be here. I actually interviewed a lot of fans when I was at the tailgate for the last game. Like, yo, who you guys want, Tom Brady or Jimmy G? Everybody said Tom Brady. Obviously, I wanted Tom Brady too. But when he retired, I was like, all right, Jimmy G now, and everyone was like, no, hell no, he's trash, blah blah. And trust me, I've talked my fair share of shit, on Jimmy G. But I was like, maybe it'll work over here, man. I'm one of those optimistic Raider fans, So I was like, man, Jimmy G could be our Rich Gannon over here. Nobody wants this dude, but he comes over here and he's like a leader or whatever. And then when we actually signed him, I'm like, oh shit, hell yeah. And then, everybody still didn't like it. So I've liked the move since the beginning. I still got trust in it. So hopefully, hopefully he goes out there and proves me right. Because if he doesn't, then I guess I look like a dumbass. But I'm still excited. I feel like he's gonna do a lot of things here because he has that confidence, he has that swagger that I think that Derek Carr didn't have over here. And just to see, from what I hear from training camp so far, a lot of the players like him. They like the way he proceeds and stuff. I mean, Max said that this dude was talking shit the first day of training camp. So I already like that kind of confidence, and this dude's been lighting it up out there in joint practices. So I'm just waiting to see what he does during the regular season. I mean, we got to see one drive out of him, and he was able to drive down the field, get a touchdown. I mean, it wasn't like he didn't have the prettiest balls out there. I mean, pause, but but he was still, as long as he's able to get down the field, score points. He doesn't have to make all the flashiest plays. As
Yeah.
long as he scores in the red zone, gets us down the field, and that's all I can ask for from Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yeah, same here, man. I just I just think he has something to prove, and that's his mentality. And I
Yeah.
hope that is, not only to prove to the Raider Nation that he's one of the top quarterbacks, but I guess he wants to prove that to the whole NFL, man. Just
Yeah.
because his career that he's had, and he's been so close to winning that chip, and it's like time to show everyone else that he still got it. So I'm happy about that. And hey, preseason is now over. We couldn't win the Super Bowl against the Cowboys,
It's
but
just preseason, man.
what is one of the good things you took from a preseason, man? I know we're cutting out tomorrow's the deadline, right, for the 53
Yeah,
man roster.
yeah. Man. From what the preseason, one of the things that I seen was just the team in general look. It just looked different. I feel like there's a different vibe there. The defense. I mean, I talked to you week one, talking about that defense. That defense looks good. I mean, it's preseason, but they look good outside of this last game, obviously. But the defense looked great out there. You know, just the offense looks solid out there with Josh McDaniels calling the plays. Aiden O'Connell looked good, so I'm not too worried because one thing was with Jimmy G coming over here was who was going to be his backup because we don't know when he would go down or not. But to see that we got a guy in Aiden O'Connell that could possibly take over the reins if anything was to happen, I felt confident in that. And another thing was the running game pretty much showed that we needed Josh Jacobs back. So it's good that he's finally back. So I guess the defense and um, I just the team in general just feels different out there, and it's good to see that once they got a lead, they kept the lead and just kept their foots on the gas pedal because us we're always used to like getting that lead during the half and then kind of like playing vanilla for the rest of the game. So hopefully we could play like that during the regular season.
Yeah, man. It's crazy because that's those exact pointers that I was talking about, and I'm excited to see how that we keep the lead and we still try
Yeah,
to keep your score, and
yeah,
yeah, I'm excited for that. I was excited also, like you said, you can tell the vibe is different. And I'm a big guy when it comes to chemistry. I see the 2 years now with Josh McDaniels.
yeah.
I know. I think it's gonna work, man. But let me switch it up a little bit for you, man. I want to talk about the social media. Um, have you been getting trolled by all these Niners and Cowboy fans and stuff like that? I'm asking because you're used to it and you've been used to it, I don't know in the past, but man, I wake up with maybe 1,000 comments of just
Gosh,
like,
I'm sure you do. I mean, yeah, I do get trolls. I'm pretty sure I do get a lot of them, but honestly, I stay away from the comments after I post it, and then, I reply to some of the people I know, and then I just stay away from it because I know the cowboy one that I just did with the one the throwback that I had with Fitz, the clapping one. I
oh
know
yeah,
I've seen a couple comments like in the notification. I didn't really go and check because I know they're all, especially after the loss, they were like, oh, who's the one clapping now, blah blah. But it's I take that. I get more hate from car fans than I do. Like those are the ones that affect me more than
yeah,
the other fan. When the other fans talk shit, like, all right, you guys whooped our ass. Well, I don't care.
yeah,
I joke around, and then even in my last video, I joked around saying, "Oh, hey guys, it's just preseason." And people are like, "Oh, now it's preseason." I'm like, it's a joke, man. I'm just playing along with it. But yeah, there's definitely a lot of people that be trolling as well. But like I said, it's the car fans over the past couple of years, I think have been the ones that kind of get under my skin a little bit more than opposing fans, to be honest.
yeah, man. It's crazy. I'm having fun with it, man. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, but you're on
Um,
TikTok. You're big on TikTok, so I know that there's more of a variety on there of people just talking shit though. Cause I'm
oh
not
yeah, it's
I'm not big on
crazy.
TikTok. I just throw videos up there here and there, and so But I know you get the hit of it because you be dropping all the time, man.
Yeah.
That's
But
that's
see,
be
I don't,
funny,
I
though.
don't, I don't get butthurt at all. I love it,
Yeah.
man. I like, but there is some people out here, man. I hope if you're watching this video, man, if there's some people that go on here and get very personal, bro. Like this, are
Oh yeah.
talking about my wife or my
Yeah,
kids
see,
or
that's
or just stuff like that, and it's like, man, it kind of like sometimes it brings me down. Like, dude, this is just football shit talking,
yeah,
And I feel like I made like 3 videos already within this whole like 8 9 months about trying to tell people, hey man, they're just jokes and this NFL, whatever. And it just but that's just crazy.
they
Hey, but look, I was gonna tell you um the Oos Nation.
yeah,
This is fairly new.
yeah, yeah.
Or let us know about that. I know some people was telling me, well, what's Oos Nation? And I was like, well, let me find out exactly, brother. Let me so let us know about Oos Nation.
So Oos Nation is something that we started I guess this year, Liz, this past year, but the whole idea started from me wanting to start a podcast, honestly, with the Oos of Mr. Fit. So I moved out to Vegas last year, and I always wanted to start a podcast, and I wanted to call it Oos Nation. Actually, there's a guy that is known for that name. He does a lot of beats for a lot of like artists and stuff called Oos Nation Music, and I hit him up and I say, "Yo, hey," and he's a Raider fan too. And I was like, man, that name is just perfect for what I got going on because I'm a Oos and Oos Nation, Raider Nation, whatever. I hit him up. I say, "Is it okay if I use the name? Yada yada. If not, it's all good." He's like, "No, go ahead. I don't really care." So I started using it, and then I was gonna get Fitz on board and whatnot. And then we met one of the other Usos that was down to start doing like the parties and experiences and stuff like that this year. So we kind of got together over the off season, kind of like got a lot of things planned up. I don't know if you ever heard of Pantone 294, but they're a big Dodgers page or whatever. They throw a lot of travel packages. So we wanted to do that exact same thing for Raider fans, especially that want to travel to Vegas from SoCal area. So we're Oos Nation. We're just throwing like a whole like weekend experience out here in Vegas. The night before party, we got Friday nights. Welcome to Las Vegas parties. We got the tailgates at J Lot. We even have a big mountain performing our first party out here versus the Steelers. So, like I said, it's just like a whole movement out here with the fans and whatnot, and just the Usos and like you know me and Fitz got a lot of like people that we know that just fucks with us. We got you and a lot of other people. So, like we said, we're just throwing events out here and just giving the nation a whole weekend experience.
Right, that's awesome, man. Yeah, I seen the. We'll be out there, man. Actually,
Yeah.
that weekend, September 22nd, 23rd, 24th. On the 24th, I'll be celebrating my 12-year anniversary with the wife, man. So we'll be out there
Oh,
that week.
nice. Hell yeah! Oh,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
24th?
yeah. That,
I'm 26. That's my
no, 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 no. I'm not 24 years old.
no. You're on the 24th of September.
Oh yeah, yeah, my
I'm,
anniversary,
I'm on the 26th of September.
bro. That's September 26th. This year, I'll be celebrating 1 year sober, bro, from alcohol.
Oh shit! Congrats, man.
So on your anniversary, bro, that'd be my anniversary for my sobriety, man.
So you haven't tried the whiskey?
At all, big dog. At all.
It's funny. Before I
Yeah.
moved out to Vegas, I honestly like all my life. I didn't drink like all my life. Up until like 20, 21. I never drank. And then what do you call it? I only drank for my wedding. That was about it. But then before I moved to Vegas, I never really drank. And then Woods and Whiskey was my sponsor. They became a sponsor of mine. I guess I just spilled the beans. But they hit me up. I was like, yeah. I was like, man, I don't really drink. And then I remember they hit me up. Just, how's the whiskey? I was like, man, it's smooth. I like it.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
it was all fun. But now I've tried a lot of Woods and Whiskey. So, I could say it's pretty good though. But yeah, I mean,
Yeah. No, but I haven't tried it, but I've tried a lot of whiskey in my lifetime, and I know what's up. But I know it's funny. Like they hit me up too and everything. But look, I had this podcast going, and where I'm going, I'm gonna be representing Woodson and shit like that. But it's funny because I have some bottles, man. Never been open, man. And
I do too. I got a bottle that I don't open that I should use when I have family, and then another bottle that's just for presentation.
yeah,
but yeah, congratulations on that, and even congratulations on your 12 years married.
yeah, bro. It'll be 12
Yeah,
years.
I'm about to be 8 years this year on the 26th.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
It's been bro, fuck it. I'm gonna ask you, man. It's been hard. Um, right now, I've never dedicated this much to the Raiders since I do now, and I'm starting to see that shit in my marriage, man. So I gotta be able to balance that shit
Oh,
out, because
I'm telling you, man, that shit don't come easy, bro. Like I've been in this game for a long time. If you go back in 2020, bro, like I stopped YouTube. I was done with YouTube. I was done with before the season started. Like there's a part where it was the year we drafted Henry Ruggs. So that draft
yeah,
time, I stopped doing videos right after that, because it was kind of hard to balance everything. And I told my wife, you know what, I'll stop doing it and I'll just, work the regular 9 to 5 job. And then, yeah, and I was good. I was done. And then people were hitting me up, yo, what happened to Samoan? Yeah, because I didn't tell nobody. I just stopped.
yeah,
Like, I don't like making like a big, oh, hey guys, I'm done. Blah, blah, blah. I was just like, okay. And then, like a couple months went by, everything was good. Life was good. And then my wife's like, why don't you just go back? People have been asking.
what the
I was
fuck?
like, all right. I said, if I go back, the time I'm gonna put into this, she's like, no, because we were in a good place at that time too. So
Yeah,
I was like, okay, and I came back. I was actually skinnier too because COVID. So
yeah,
and then when everything started opening up, I started
yeah,
Samoan
yeah,
Raider.
yeah.
But yeah. But I took a break from it and I was done. But then when I came back, that's why I'm so on and off a lot, because like you said, balancing that shit out, especially because you go to a lot of shit. You go to the LA,
Mm-hmm.
you come out here for Vegas, and the season hasn't even started, and
Nah, bro.
once the season starts, it's like that's why I stay away, because I could have went to the LA game easy because somebody had an extra ticket. But now, like, because I know I'm gonna go to all the games out here in Vegas, I got all these events going on. I'm trying to keep it limited. Because I know once I put my time into this, it's just constant all the time. Because I got this, and now I got the podcast, and then I try to do as much reels as I can. So it's a lot that goes into it. Plus, I got a part time outside of this.
Oh, true.
It's a lot, but I know. I mean, it's funny that you bring that up though, but
Yeah, nah, I wasn't trying to bring it in, bro, but it's just the
I
truth,
go,
man. 'Cause-
that's how I like talking about it, because a lot of people don't talk about that part of it, because everybody just sees
yeah,
you vlogging going there. I don't even know how fucking all in all the win did it last year, because I said, man, but
no, yeah,
I
he
know
was,
you got the
yeah,
okay from the wifey, but I get drained out by just going to LA and coming back.
yeah,
But yeah, the grind is real though, and shout out to you for doing it, and shout out to the wifey too. I know Power Raider got his wife. This dude Power Raider be doing everything, so I don't know
yeah, yeah, yeah.
but you're still grinding and stuff like that. But this year's going to be a big year, especially because I know you're planning to come to a lot of games. And are you planning to bring her out for that weekend for the anniversary or no?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, for sure. I mean, we're we have a little Adele surprise for
Oh,
Saturday. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, you got them to damn MC
Yeah,
right? The beat
yes.
check's coming in pretty hot then, huh?
So Saturday night. That's we're doing that, and then after that concert, then we're gonna hit the spot with you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. We're gonna go with over there, and then the thing is, yeah, Sunday I'm gonna take a break of MC Raider all day
Oh, okay.
because it's my anniversary that day. So
Yeah.
I gotta make sure we gotta kick it with the wife, do her thing, and then later on we'll go to the game like maybe like an hour before it starts and do it. But yeah, man, it's cool to hear from you. I haven't asked other people, but like I said, this shit's coming fast, man. All kinds of things are happening, and bro, I'm gonna say it here. I haven't even said it nowhere yet, but bro, they call me from Big Boy 92.3, bro, for the Chargers versus the Raider game out here
Yeah.
in October 1st.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be on their studio Friday, and they pull out two of my TikToks. The one where I say there's 436,730,200 something LA people live in LA, and
Uh-huh.
only 37 of them are Charger fans. I do. I did a video like that, and they pulled the audio out, and they're gonna play it that Friday, and then they're gonna talk to me about how just the Raider fans take over SoFi and stuff like that with Big Boy, bro. Like what?
Hey, no, congrats on that, dog. Hell yeah.
Yeah, man. So I mean, it's cool. I'm excited. I just don't. I mean, I'm not. I know I don't get. I'm not getting big headed or nothing with that stuff. My
Yeah.
main thing. My main thing is try to keep my family together with the wifey's support, man. That's my main thing. But
How has she been like supporting the? Is she a Raider fan?
yeah, yeah. Well, my whole family's Raider fans,
Yeah.
but like I said, um, there's Raider fans like the Raider fans that I was before, like the normal Raider fan. Now when we get involved with this, you know what I mean, and
Yeah.
it's like another level, man, of things, bro. And you start noticing all kinds of shit too, man. Like,
Hey, well, now you get stopped by, right? Like you get stopped now, right at the Raider events, right? Like,
yeah,
oh,
everywhere, bro. At
hey,
Costco, bro, now right now too, man. Just
oh,
people like, hey, shit.
my
Yeah,
wife be telling me, "Hey, man, don't," because I be like, honestly, when I go shopping for groceries or whatever around here at Costco, I be walking around busted, bro. But I'm still getting my hats, and she's like, "Hey, make sure
yeah,
you don't get caught slipping," because people be stopping me over here too. I'm like, "Oh shit," but
yeah,
nobody knows me
yeah.
without a hat, so like I sometimes I go without a hat.
Yeah, I wear the hat all the time. The baddest thing that like 80% of my clothes is all Raider clothes, So I
Yeah,
wear, I'm wearing that, or I'm always wearing Laker stuff. So,
yeah,
but yeah, it's cool, man, because of the fans love the content.
yeah.
Like for example, shit. I'll be honest. There's a few times I couldn't even afford cable for a while, and you were like my news outlets, bro.
Oh,
Like you know what I mean? Like
yeah.
people have probably even told you that, but YouTube was the shit to go to before, and it still is, And I was a funeral director for 16 years, man,
Oh shit.
and when I was working funerals, I had my fucking phone and the headphones listening to your ass talking
Ah,
about what's going on with the Raiders, bro. So
that's funny, dog.
yeah, yeah. So I'm still very involved with the industry. I work for the county morgue, man, and
Man,
people really don't know that side, but now this is kicking it to another level, and I really love it because I'm a Raider fan. But
yeah.
yeah, so
Yeah.
those that are out there, man, I'm telling you, man, a lot of people look up to you, Samoan.
I appreciate it, dog.
Yeah, man. So, man, it's a grind. But hey, man, it was cool talking some football right now. You said 10 games for the Raiders this year.
Yep.
Hopefully, we make some noise. Are you going to any away games this year?
Yeah, I actually plan to go to the Denver game, and then I plan to go to the LA game. Those are the two that I'm for sure. Well, Denver is like 85%, but LA for sure because we got US Nation events over there too. But
Oh yeah, I'm going to that one the day
yeah.
before.
So yeah,
Yeah.
we got that one going on over there. So that's gonna be a big one. And then the Miami game is gonna be one on the list. I don't know for sure. Because I know the Usos family with the Tua, so we'll see. I don't know. We'll see about that game. But I try to keep it limited, like I said, because just being here doing a whole weekend thing, like the Niner weekend, that takes a lot. Like just being at all the events and then going to the game and then trying
Hmm.
to do the content right out. Because like my content, I got to come back and talk and whatever happens. So that it takes a lot, and especially when we're going away and coming over here. So as far as the away games, LA's for sure a lock, and then Denver's up there. Are you going to any away games? I mean,
Yeah. So, well, technically, Las Vegas is an away game for me,
oh yeah,
but
yeah.
yeah,
LA's a
yeah,
home game for you.
yeah. But as of right now, it looks like I will be attending all the home games in Vegas.
Nice. Oh yeah.
And then if it is going to be a lot of sacrifices with Par Raider, it seems we're going to do maybe like that 1 day trip, just go and come back, and do what we have to do.
Yeah.
Because and and like I said, like for me, man, it's very important to bring on our videos to Raider fans that can't attend. People can see
Yeah.
that stuff. Yeah. So because I know I bullshit a lot on my videos on TikTok and Instagram, but on YouTube, that's what I'm trying to do. And right now, we have the Chicago Bear game and the Dolphin game.
Oh, that you guys planning to go to?
That it's already set. Yeah.
Oh, so, but you're going to the LA one for sure, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah.
You're going to a good amount of games then this year.
Yeah.
I'll go.
So
Okay, yeah, that's a good amount of games.
yeah. So actually, too, I'll hit you up. I'll let you know. We got some things going on off the
Yeah,
camera. I'll let you know for that game.
yeah.
And there'll be some things happening during the tailgate, so I'll let you know about that. But let at least my subscribers, let them know where they can follow you. I'm sure they already know who the fuck you are. Do I gotta stop cussing so much, bro?
Hey man, I do too.
Damn, I
Especially
really, I
I
really,
say in my vlogs because like my parents can't really well my parents watch that shit, but they be like, hey, you cuss a little bit too much. I was like, what?
yeah, no, I cuss a lot. I ain't gonna lie,
Yeah,
but like there's some kids out there that are following me, man, and they're trying to
yeah,
make their own podcast too. So I
that's
got
my wife says the
I'll
same exact.
I'll bleep that out. But yeah, man, let them know where they can follow you and your social media and stuff like that, and let them know once again what's going on opening weekend.
So yeah, you can follow me on YouTube, Instagram, Reels, Threads,
Mhm.
Twitter, all at Samoan Raider. Uh, also follow the podcast channel. Me and the Oos Mr. Fitz got a podcast channel, Oos Nation podcast. And then yeah, we got a lot of events going on, especially week one against the Steelers. We got a night before party at the La Jolla nightclub, which is free. We have a welcome to Las Vegas party. So if you're here on Friday nights, a little bit earlier in the weekend, then come through. It's gonna be at the Orleans Casino. Then we're gonna be partying it up at the tailgates at J Lot. That's where everybody's at, not just us, but we're gonna be at J Lot. There's gonna be barbecue over there. We got Big Mountain performing for our very first night before party. And yeah, I mean, we got a lot of parties. We got those same parties going on for, I believe, the first couple of weeks as well. So tap in for that. And then also for the people in LA, we got travel packages from LA to Vegas that include a hotel stay or no hotel if you guys are not interested in that. All at theoosnation.com. So yeah, man, shout out to MC for letting me come on and talk. I like doing this, sitting down and just. I know you hit me up before, and I was just like, man, I was so busy with a lot of things.
Yeah, hey.
I remembered, I was like, let me hit them back up because you and some other people hit me up to go on their show. So definitely appreciate you having me on as well, man.
Yeah, man. No, I appreciate you. And like I said, man, like some people don't probably haven't told you or they have, but I'm shit. This MC Raider shit is nothing to me, man. You're one of the main guys I followed, man. Like even when I saw you this first time, I'm like, fuck, I gotta take a picture of my boy right here, because
Yeah, yeah,
it's legit, man. Like there's a lot of Raider fans out here that unfortunately, like, I was one of those dudes that couldn't even make it to a game sometimes, and
yeah,
I had my family and I didn't want to be like, oh, I'm gonna go by myself. And it was like, so we we stay out here in SoCal, and we, the barbecues, and we party at home. But
Yeah.
but all our news and all our stuff, you were the man. You are the guy. So
I
appreciate that, man.
man. Hey, and you doing your thing, man, too. Like your vlogs, I started following it. Like even the events I can't go to, the explosion and everything.
Oh
I
yeah,
can't go
yeah.
to those events. But you do a great job of showing that, and even like your TikToks and reels, man. You've been getting a lot of traction, especially with the opposing fans. Those shits is funny, man.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, man. I appreciate it though. A shout out to those Mr. Fitz because he's the one that actually put me on to you the first time when he went on your podcast. So
Oh yeah.
so ever since then I've been following you, and then like you doing a great job. Just keep it up, dog. I'll see you at a lot of events for sure. Then if you're
Yeah, for sure. We will be see you out there, man. And thank you for joining the MC Raider Show. Raidernation will be out there, and I hope you guys had a blast. On to the next. Peace out.
sir.
Yeah, we got it, bro.
Some motherfucking doghouse battle.